I'm gonna roll all these dice.
Welcome to Bored and Annoyings ASMR. I'm kidding. Here's a story about how I tried to rain down DM justice and kill the party and epically failed. Our adventure starts about mid-campaign. I know that's a strange place to start, but we were all new to D&D, and I, a fresh DM youngling, and of course it took a while for something noteworthy to happen. I was DMing for two of my brothers and our friend Will, who might as well be another brother because he's just annoying enough to fill the position. Now, my brothers, Tyler and Aaron, don't exactly get along very well, and after way too many sessions where it would end with one or both getting into an argument, I realized that my love for the game wasn't going to force me to deal with them fighting all the time. So, like a proper DM, I set a plan into motion to kill them all off and end my suffering. The idea was to get them to face off a dragon. With them feeling secure about being new players, they'd assume I wouldn't let them face anything that would kill them. And I wouldn't. If they just ran away, they'd survive. But I was confident they would try to fight it, so they'd have no one to blame but themselves for their deaths. A perfect plan. They start their mission in search of gold and magical items from a wyvern's nest on a mountain. They make camp at the top and wait for the morning when the wyvern is known to leave its cave in search of food at the local farms. After seeing a scaly beast leave the cave, Tyler's halfling rogue Obi alerted the party that the coast was clear. I didn't expect them not to engage the wyvern, so we'll get back to that. They enter the cave and begin to pick up random treasures littered about as they haven't made it to the main hoard yet. That's further in the cave. One item in particular being a home-brewed black orb, aka my greatest creation and biggest mistake. More on that later. Now, Will's character is a halfling druid who has a pet goat, Henry, who is also the best character. Anyway, this is what happened when Will decided Henry would want to eat the orb.
Why don't you get Henry to, touch it? Or you said eat it?
I was gonna see if he could eat it. How big is the orb?
Oh my God. It's about the size of a regular
So he can eat it.
But what if he turns into a demon goat?
What if
he turns into a god goat?
You know what? Henry's gonna eat the
What
orb.
if he dies?
Henry's gonna eat the orb.
Okay, roll to eat it.
16.
Well, Henry goes up and he licks it and his fur turns blue.
Okay, can you pull him? Can you pull him
He's
away?
still attempting to eat it. By the way.
Can you pull him away, Paisley?
And he's just...
Chomp, 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 chomp,
And
chomp.
he's just blue. Nothing else.
He's blue, nothing else.
Okay.
It's pretty normal. Chomp, 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 chomp. He's still trying to eat it.
Apparently, this is enough for them to not want to touch the orb themselves, so they makeshift a container with a pot, a bowl, and some rope. They head further into the cave until they come across the horde, and to their surprise and horror, a wyvern corpse. That's when I had the dragon re-enter the cave to completely destroy them, since they so graciously cornered themselves in. Remember how I said I didn't expect them not to engage the wyvern? I expected them to go in, weapons blazing, and that's when they'd encounter the dragon with the exit to their backs. But no, it's like they wanted me to kill them, and I had every intention to, until...
I'm going to unwrap the orb and hold it and see what happens. I mean, I'm gonna die anyways, right?
You're a magic
unwrap
user.
the orb.
Balls deep, man.
When you touch the orb, you feel the magic just kind of flood over your entire body.
That must feel
And
really good.
You suddenly feel a heavy weight on your chest, and your lone soldier has defected.
Your what?
He is a woman now.
Yeah! Oh, I'm so excited about this. I don't know what to do with this information. What do I do?
You're a woman now.
I've seduced the dragon.
It does random magic effects.
I want to touch it too. I don't care if we're all gonna die, I'm gonna do it.
After that, Paisley rolls a 17 to touch the dragon with the orb. Now, when I created this thing, I wanted all its effects to be relatively negative. Negative for the players, like going blind or losing an arm. But if you touch a young red dragon with the orb and it causes it to age, that dragon becomes an adult, aka more powerful and deadly. And Tyler's first instinct is to use his turn to touch the dragon with the orb again. But first, Obi has to take the orb from Paisley, who has instantly decided to be called Paislette. And when Obi takes it, all his hair falls out, to his great displeasure.
You're lying to me. No, you totally just made that up. I know you did. No, you seriously just made that up. I know you did. There's no way that that's true.
Hair
You just wrote it.
falls out.
She just wrote it down. You saw her just
Hair
writing it down.
falls out. I wrote your name right down beside it.
Of course you did, because if I touched it, you were gonna make it do it to me. So that means it's not random.
I rolled it too.
Bull.
After he was done accusing me of fudging the roll, he decides to use his 2 bonus actions to touch the dragon twice in a row. First touch, boom. They age the dragon again and are in the presence of an ancient red dragon. Second touch.
I'm so excited.
It's dead.
You see the form of this dragon shrink down and
Turn into a little kitten.
he's-
Please, I will keep it as a pet if it turns into a kitten.
it turns into a dragonborn.
After that, I was dumbfounded. The math in my head was going haywire as to how I translate an ancient dragon's stats into a dragonborn. We ended up ending the session there for the day so I could prepare, but after all that, they actually sort of improved their chances of escape. Dire chances, but a light of hope that they didn't have before. And it was actually our very first sessions where we all enjoyed ourselves. After a week, the last minute item I created went from having 8 random things it could do to having 100. Obi ends up growing horns, the dragon ends up becoming known throughout the lands, which gives him -5 to stealth checks forever, and through this, they learn the dragon's name is Draco Rebrum. Aaron's Ranger Dro manages to grapple Rebrum in a Grasping Vine spell, allowing them to all escape. So I failed to kill the entire party, but we managed to have some really fun sessions since. I definitely wouldn't recommend this game-destroying item to other campaigns, but it definitely adds an element of excitement for our game. Yep, that's the story of how I failed to kill everybody. So, yeah. Thanks for listening, and if you'd like more videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe.
Is it done?
Yeah, okay. I'm done.